Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is titled AITA for not participating in my fiance's weird Christmas underwear tradition. Makes me think that the family's involved. It's like a family underwear tradition? Could be cool. Let's see. This year, I celebrated Christmas with my fiance's family for the first time. Before we went to my fiance's parents' house, my fiance warned me that his parents usually come short in the amount of food they cook for Christmas dinner and that there's often not enough for everyone. What I didn't expect, though, was to be expected to participate in the family's weird tradition. Apparently, they have a long-standing tradition where instead of drawing straws, they'll all throw their underwear in a bin and then go take turns wearing a blindfold and drawing a pair of underwear from the pile, and drawing the smallest pair of underwear correlates to drawing the smallest straw. It's kind of the thing that you need to prepare for ahead of time, right? I had never heard of this tradition, so I felt blindsided when right before Christmas dinner, my fiance's mom yelled out that it was time to pull the straws to decide the order of who got to plate up their food first in case there wasn't enough for everyone. Hold up. Okay, so I was thinking for a second this was like a draw straws for like choosing names or, for I don't know. Like, I did not expect it to be related to drawing straws, aka underwear, to be able to decide who gets to go get food first. Interesting. Would definitely want to know ahead of time, right? Everybody would want to know ahead of time. You want to make sure, hey, I'd stuff an extra clean pair in my pocket. That's the logical thing to do, right? You don't want to go in the bathroom and have to like shimmy your stuff off and then be freeballing. Everybody freeballing. They sound like a very close family. At first, I thought the family was joking when they announced this, so I laughed, which made my fiance get real defensive. I volunteered to get my food last so I wouldn't have to participate, but my fiance just got more annoyed and asked me to just try to be a bit more agreeable. The whole thing was just kind of weirding me out, so I called an Uber and went home. Now things are real tense between me and my fiance since he now says I made a bad impression by acting like I was too good for their family tradition. I am too good for your family tradition. Not good. Let's not use the word too good. I'm too normal for your family tradition. I'm too normal for your weird ass freeballing family tradition. Like, do they play Tom Petty this whole time that everybody's like disrobing and throwing their dirty drawers into a laundry basket for people to choose from? Also, you have to acknowledge that if everybody's throwing their dirty skibbies into a basket, there's probably some mixing going on there. And then your dirties are rubbing up against someone else's dirties. And then what, you put them back on, or do you freeball the whole night? I mean, at that point, you kind of have to freeball the whole night because you're not going to put your dirty skibbies that rubbed against somebody else's dirty skibbies back on your body. It's going to be a whole freeball all night kind of thing. And depending what you wore, that could be super uncomfortable. I'd be like, I'm really regretting wearing jeans. Went to Christmas dinner and all I got was chafing. Top comment here, WTF, NTA, this doesn't seem like it could possibly be real, but I also don't know how you'd come up with this, so I'm inclined to believe you. NTA, I would have noped right out of there too. And if I were you, I would tell your fiance that I am too good for their family tradition because it's honestly weird and trashy. Okay, so I agree here on NTA. Definitely agree on NTA. I think the real communication error here was with your fiance, which, by the way, this kind of feels like the kind of stuff you should learn about a person and their family before saying yes to spending the rest of your life with them. I understand you can't learn everything, but your fiance here, OP, should have alerted you a long time ago about any kind of weird isms that his family has. Definitely should have alerted you long before this event that this was going to be a thing to give you time to prepare. I think it was awfully disrespectful of him to you to not warn you ahead of time so that you could prepare. Or maybe that's part of the fun. I can't think of any reason that you wouldn't warn her though, right? It's just more fun if maybe it's a hazing ritual. Maybe that's it. Maybe this isn't actually a real like family thing. Maybe this is a hazing ritual for newbies, and maybe they do it just to see how committed they are to being a part of the family. Maybe that's the kind of thing. But he's sticking to his guns here. Fiance, he's upset now and says she made a bad impression. Sorry, I didn't let my dirty skibbies roll around with everyone else's and let someone touch them. Sorry. Also, after they participate in this game, I hope that everybody like scrubs and sanitizes like crazy, because the game is we play with other people's dirty underwear and then we eat food with our hands. The game is, for Christmas, we all get pink eye. Yay! This could be, it could be catastrophic for someone. Too many complications for this kind of thing that require planning ahead well in advance. I'd go to the store and buy a basic pair of skibbies to take just to this thing, put them in my pocket and pull them out when it's time. And it's a brand, then yes. And then I don't want them back. And I don't want to touch anybody else's either. Latex gloves and a new pair of skibbies. You would have had to know ahead enough time to be able to bring those supplies with you. And even then, you're going to be like, what is wrong with your family? And what other things are going on that I need to know about that is at this level of weird? Now, the fiancé was raised in this environment, so it's normal to him, which is a red flag. But you have the right to know at this point and be like, okay, I need to know. Put it all out on the table. Let's put all the dirty underwear out on the table. Let's go through all your dirty laundry here and talk about all the stuff, so I can really decide if I'm that committed to this thing or not. NTA, that's the bottom line. But holy cow.